Hey, hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your March 2022 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we're going to dive into the collective energy of Aries. Whether you are single, partnered up, or in separation, we will take a look at it all. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, Aries, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so we're going to dive into your reading here and clarify into the Celtic Cross here as we go. So right away, starting in the position of your past, we do have slow progress showing up with the cart. But this is good because it's in the past position, whether this is recent past, the last 3 months, the last 3 years, it could be. I feel like things have been going quite slow. Now this is regardless of if you were in a relationship, possibly things weren't growing or you felt stagnant, or maybe there was a lot of back and forth energy between you and another person. For others of you, if you've been single, you may have been single for quite some time, or even if you were in a relationship, there could have been some sort of a emotional disconnection here with the cart. So I feel like there could have been a time in the recent past where symbolically maybe a wheel fell off the cart or something kind of fell apart here and it needed to be re-examined or re-looked at. Now, whether this was your energy here, Aries, or someone else, but in the present moment, you have the cow skull. I actually like this energy. This is about an abrupt ending. So don't let this scare you here because this is good. It says that there is a cycle that is finally coming up for a brand new review, a brand new beginning here. I like this because it's saying that if you've been stuck in a rut in a relationship, there is an ending. Now, whether that is a physical ending or it could be an emotional cycle being broke here, that is completely up to you, Aries. I feel like if you have been going back and forth between you and another person, they're just showing me a yo-yo effect. If that has been you, I feel like there may be a complete abrupt ending where you're saying no more. I deserve better. I deserve commitment here. And I feel like you are taking March to finally do what needs to be done here. Finally have the conversation or have whatever it is that you need to do to walk away from a cycle that's been never ending. For those of you that are in a current relationship, now, you may be deciding to walk away, but for a lot of you Aries out there, I feel like you are ending a cycle, ending a pattern, ending a habit, or ending something that's been going on for quite some time here. I am getting the energy for those of you that are single. You may not be single for much longer here because there's a cycle of being single, and maybe that's what you've known for quite some time. But you may have an unexpected left turn take place for you, Aries, where somebody shows up out of the blue and something happens like a whirlwind is what I'm getting here for you. So it may come as a shock, but I feel like it will be positive. And I feel that way because in the future position, we have the coffee. And the coffee is all about good motivation. And you can see here that it is in the shape of a heart. Now, some of you may even be going on a coffee date or a hot cocoa date with somebody. They just said meeting somebody in a different manner than you have met people in the past. So for example here, Aries, let's say you've met people out at a bar or you've met people at night. There may be something with you meeting somebody in the morning or while you're, have a tea date instead of maybe an alcohol date. There's something here with fresh energy, but also something heated. I feel like something's going to get heated quite quickly here with this coffee showing up. So I like this. There's good motivation. Whether you are single or partnered up at this time, I feel like there's motivation to open your heart and move forward, whether that is moving forward in more self-love because you're cutting off an ending here of something that's no longer serving you, or Aries, you are moving forward in a new energy, feeling like the love is coming in. You're no longer single. So we're trying to do a few different energies showing up here so I can cover all bases regarding your energy, but it's coming in quite clear for a lot of you. So let's dive into your Celtic Cross here and see what is the heart of the matter. What is showing up for Aries here in the month of March? What is the heart of the matter for Aries? All right, so we have transformation. There's that death card energy that we spoke of here. So you're definitely going through an internal transformation at this time. This is about a rebirth, a new chapter. There's a time of an ending here because, again, a cycle has outgrown. And that's what's showing up smack dab in the middle. And that's what this death card is all about. So, for example, I always like to compare, the cocoon and the caterpillar and the butterfly. The caterpillar is in that cocoon stage and thinks that, whoa, there must be some sort of an ending coming in here. My life is going to end. And then boom, erupts from the cocoon is the butterfly. And that's what this transformation energy is all about for you. But we're going to dive in and clarify. Let's take a look and see what this transformation is for you. Oh, right away here. Flew out the star card. There's hope. There is healing here. This is about your dreams coming true, focusing on your self-care, your self-love, your growth. It is about an end of a difficult time for you. So if things have been a little bit chaotic, or if you felt like there has been a loss or some sort of stagnant, stalled energy, you're finally coming out on the other side here, I feel, in the month of March. So this is really powerful. The star is always a beautiful card, but it does show up right after the tower. So there may have been, again, I'm getting with the cart here that a wheel symbolically may have fell off. So that could have been a tower moment that happened for you in the past, whether it was recent past or distant past here. The star energy says there's a lot of healing taking place, a lot of transformation, but you're coming out stronger and you're a better version of yourself, which in return here, Aries, is attracting stronger, more independent, sufficient energy. If you're looking for love at this time, even if it's self-love. So let's take a look, Aries, and see what challenges may be crossing your path this month and how we can help you navigate through them. All right, what do we have here? Okay, a little bit of stuck energy, I will say here for you, a little bit of stuck energy, but I feel like you're taking in a lot due to whatever ending this is. An ending of a pattern, ending of thinking, an ending of a relationship. Page of Earth. Page of Earth is the challenge for you. Now, the challenge here could be about what it is that you invest your time, energy, and effort into. Okay, because the pages, they represent immaturity at times. So I feel like there may be people around you, or this could be your emotions regarding a situation that are really going through a change. And I feel like you are definitely working on overcoming and you want to mature. I'll be curious to see if either the King or Queen of Cups shows up in your reading here, because I feel like you are overcoming the challenges here, but you finally have learned a lesson. And pages, again, they don't always know because they're inexperienced, or they let their feelings sometimes get the best of them. And even though this is more physical than it is emotional for you, I feel like there could be changes of resistance that can't come in here. Maybe you have kids involved in a situation. Maybe there's children involved. For others of you, there could be material possessions or financial codependency or something of that nature that may be a challenge for you. But what I'm getting is that, again, a cycle is coming to an ending here because there's a rebirth. It's like you're rising from the ashes here, Aries. So this is really great. Let's take a look and clarify the Page of Earth showing up for you as the challenge. Some of you may have a hard time with some sort of an ending because of some sort of financial matters. Page of Swords. This is about you staying inquisitive here, Aries. You staying curious. You're out there searching. Now, whether this is you searching for a new home, it could be new employment. It could be Page of Swords. I always like to think of as the private investigator of tarot, always searching and digging into things. So for some of you, you may find out some sort of news. This could be anything tangible, materialistic, or you may see actually physically, maybe on somebody's phone or somebody's email or something of that nature here. You may find out about that may end some sort of a contract here for you. Page of Swords showing up as the challenge can be about people gossiping, people that are maybe spying. Maybe you are looking at somebody's stuff or somebody's looking at your social media, having close tabs on you here. But I feel like there will be a message that comes in that's probably not the best, that will cause some sort of ending, but the ending is actually for the better. This needs to happen and take place. I feel like it's something minor. I don't see a tower showing up here for you, but I feel like it's finally going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, sort of speak. So again, something little, but it's all those little things, Aries, that have been adding up for you. But you're strong, you're independent, and I feel like there's nothing that you can't move forward and move past here. And this is actually something you've been wanting. Let's take a look here and see what is below you. Ace of Air. Yes. Important conversations, aha moments showing up. So I feel like this is a new understanding, a new sense of clarity, new communication, because you're cutting through some barriers and some truths were revealed. And that's what this challenge is for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that your partner is off, gallivanting, cheating, anything of that nature. I mean, it could be something as small as maybe somebody's going away on vacation and are going to see family and didn't invite you, or maybe somebody just shut down some communication out of the blue, or whatever this is here for you. I feel like you're finally getting clarity on where you want to move from here. What is the direction you want to be in? And this direction that you want to move towards is actually quite good. There's something that is sparking. There's more heat. There could be more passion showing up for you here in the future. But there's something that you're doing for yourself. Some of you may just enjoy sitting on your own. They're showing me sitting on, could be a porch swing or some sort of maybe a hammock swing, drinking your tea or drinking your coffee as well. So let's take a look and clarify this clarity, this Ace of Swords. So there's definitely a confession or something that's very honest, real, and vulnerable that is going to open you up to a new way of thinking, Aries. This is beautiful. Three of Wands talks about an expansion of opportunities. It talks about finally forward movement after things may have not turned out the way that you've thought in the past, or things were a little bit slow getting moving. Finally, you're seeing that the light is at the end of the tunnel, or that your ships are kind of coming in from all the hard work that you've put into not only yourself, but it could be about relationships as well. So Three of Wands paired with the Ace of Swords definitely talks about clarity and forward movement after a time of slow progress. Let's take a look here and see what's going on for you, Aries, in your recent past. What is showing up in the past position for Aries, please? Justice. Okay. Justice does show up here in reverse. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of both. I do read cards intuitively as well. But the Justice card talks about maybe somebody lying, somebody being not completely fair to you, or maybe you weren't fair to them. This can deal with legalities. Maybe some of you are going through a divorce, or maybe you are dealing with a child custody battle here. For others of you, this is about trying to bring balance into your life, weighing up your options. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I give this another chance here? Do I work on myself first and stay independent within the relationship, or take a little bit of a time out from a relationship here? So the Justice card, I feel like you've definitely, you've pulled your energy together, or that is something you're trying to do, but you're rising back up from the ashes at this time. Let's take a look and see what this Justice card is all about for you. Okay, this is not going to resonate with everybody, and this doesn't come up often here, Aries, but they're showing me somebody could be in handcuffs in the back of a police car. So if you were messed up in that kind of trouble, I mean, again, it's not going to resonate with everyone. Maybe it was somebody from the past that got into a lot of trouble with the law. But I feel like you are done and done with this energy here. You're saying no more. I don't need that in my life. Or maybe physically this person was removed from your life here. There was an ending. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune showing up says that there was a change coming in here. Somebody somebody got some karma that may have been coming to them is what I'm seeing here, or somebody was resisting this change or this pull because they kept going forward on this cart, even with maybe no wheel, or even with a flat tire here. Kind of we're limping along here, but finally I feel like you are moving forward, and you will be shifting energies and shifting gears here towards instead of slow and maybe not getting anywhere in the past, you're finally coming to a brand new sense of new motivation, new luck, new fortune, new self-love, and attracting other energy as well. Let's take a look here and see what is the potential for Aries. What is above you, Aries? Oh, great. Emperor energy. This is beautiful. They're giving me two things here. For those of you that are single, I feel like there is an abrupt ending of you being single here. Something comes in quick where this Emperor sweeps you off your feet, comes in and just really is an authority figure, very driven. He's a go-getter. This could be even a boss for some of you, or it could be somebody older than you, Aries. I feel like this Emperor is very respected here. He's a huge influence in his community, in his career. This is somebody who's a natural born leader. And this is also your energy here, Aries. So for those of you that are in a relationship, you're taking charge. You're taking the lead here for yourself. I feel like you're doing that either way, whether you're single or partnered up here. But there is a sense of you finally moving forward with this Emperor. I feel like you're staying grounded, you're staying stable, and you're setting a firm foundation for yourself. If you were dealing with anybody from the past who was dominant, who was arrogant, or who was immature with this Page of Earth, that is where this abrupt ending is coming. You're saying, you know what? Something's got to shift because I'm not dealing with this energy any longer. I'm taking charge of my own life. So I love this showing up for you, especially you showing up in your own reading says that you're stepping into your power in the month of March, and you're attracting what it is, Aries, that you deserve. I like this. Let's take a look and clarify the Emperor showing up for Aries. They're giving me the name Derek. Derek, if that is your name, Derek. It's not going to resonate with everyone. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is somebody who makes a decision, sticks to it, just does it. He doesn't think about it. It's almost impulsive at times. But even though the Emperor, he's not necessarily impulsive, I feel like what this is saying is you're making a decision to move forward in your life, take charge of your life, and there's no looking back. So this is really good that you're getting the Knight of Swords, because there's movement after a time of this slow progress here. All right, Aries, let's see what's coming in for you in the near future. What is showing up for Aries here in the near future? The Call, Judgment card. Okay, you have major arcana up the wazoo here. You have the Transformation, you have Justice, you have Emperor, you have the Call, you have Ace. Ace is showing up here. This is going to be a really transformative month for you here, Aries. Now, the Call is about a judgment card. It is about a wake-up call. This is about you evaluating your life and really making a decision that's going to change and alter the course of your love life from here on out. So whatever this is big. Now this could be a brand new second chance coming in to do something differently, maybe to open your heart up to new love if you've been single for quite some time. This is you calling in a soulmate. For those of you that maybe are in a relationship that you don't want to go back and forth, you're ending a cycle here. There's a cycle that's ending, and I feel like you're finally, you're listening to this calling. You're listening to the divine. The purpose here is for you to move forward and to take charge, or take back charge of your life here. Because there's something you may have been sitting on for quite a while, contemplating, do I stay, do I go? Do I work on myself again in this relationship? Or what if we both need to work on ourselves separately? There's a conversation, and you have the Ace of Swords showing up here twice. So you will receive clarity. You will receive clarity on which direction, Aries, to take from here on out. And I feel like you are holding the key. The power lies within you. The power lies in your hands at this time. It's almost like you finally have the key to unlock some sort of clarity, because you can see that it's in her mind. So I feel like this is going to free you up. There's a beautiful brand new direction, and there's a lot more success, Spirit is telling me. So this could be personal growth. This could be physical growth. This could be a move for some of you. But I feel like things are becoming revealed and you're having light bulb moments, and you are listening to the call at this time. So be sure that you are not judging yourself too harshly based on the past, and know that you're moving forward with triumph. I'll be curious to see if the Chariot does show up in your reading. Let's take a look, Aries, and see what you are telling yourself at this time. What are you telling yourself? Oh my gosh, another major arcana. You're going through a spiritual awakening, Aries. This is huge. The Hierophant card is what you're telling yourself. You are ready for commitment. Now, whether this is commitment towards yourself, you're taking that step, whether this is commitment to a new love. I mean, it's going to be different for each of you that are in, a single category, whether you are with somebody else or you are in separation here. You're finally stepping up into your power and you're doing what is in your best interest. Some of you, this is about marriage. It could be about a divorce as well, but it's very deep learning here. So I feel like there's a soul contract that either came into your life or is about to come into your life here, Aries, that is going to change the course of your life drastically if it hasn't already here. But the Hierophant says that you are being divinely guided. This is about gaining wisdom. It's about gaining that learning that you came here to learn here, but you're also taking a look at your morals. You're taking a look at your beliefs and what it is that you want to keep into your life here, Aries, and what you want to release. So this is really powerful, and I can't believe how many major arcanas you have showing up here, but they're all good. They're all talking about, learning, growth, advancement. And even though sometimes when you're going through that death energy, the transformation, it can seem challenging, especially when you are giving up something that maybe you've been investing in for quite a while, or even if you are single and somebody new comes into your life, that is still change, and that still takes time to implement that behavior or that activity or that transformation, whatever that is for you. It takes a little time to get used to, and that's what I see for you coming in here, because you've been through challenges here with the Five of Wands. For most of you, this has been an emotional or mental challenge of going back and forth, back and forth. I feel like you've learned a lot. When the Five of Wands shows up, it really talks about learning how to rival with others in a productive way. Instead of possibly needing to be the best or to have the ego, what they're showing me is egos kind of going back and forth here. So I feel like you may have come into a contract with another person if you are in a relationship that you may be separated from or you may be contemplating ending. I feel like there has been a battle of the ego is what they're saying here. For those of you that are single, I feel like you've been feeling the competition or this challenge of trying to make the decisions of meeting new people or calling in new people, but it's been difficult for you here. But I feel like there's commitment coming in for you singles out there. Let's take a look and see what is going to be showing up in your energy. What are the external influences in your life here in the month of March? Queen of Wands, Aries, you are feeling hot, hot, hot. I love this because this is you feeling independent. You are feeling social, you're feeling passionate, you're feeling creative. This is about you knowing your potential and knowing your self-worth. You may be feeling a little bit feisty, but remember Aries, to not let the ego come up and really live for your happiness. Let your true authentic self shine, and that's what you will attract in return as well. I feel like you're magnetized in the month of March here with the Queen of Wands. You're feeling really confident and bold. You're going for something, and whatever it is, you're taking action with that Knight of Swords. You're cutting through any of the BS, any of the barriers, and you're going for what you want, and you will get it. Whatever it is that you've been wanting in your love life, you're going towards it. And again, you will manifest it because you're bold enough to go for it here. So I like this. Let's clarify. And it doesn't matter if you're female or male. It doesn't matter. The Queen just represents a very positive, feminine, fiery energy here. And it's also about receptivity. So a lot of you, yes, you're putting yourself out there, but you're also receiving a lot of, could be a lot of compliments, or it could be a lot of messages, or it could be a lot of talk around some decisions or choices that you're making this month. Some of you may be changing some statuses on social media. Maybe you are going from being single to being in a relationship, or maybe you are going from, relationship to single, whatever that is for you. You're listening to your intuition, okay? So when the high priestess shows up, I feel like your gut has been trying to tell you something for quite some time, and you're finally listening here. I feel like there are a lot of synchronicities, a lot of signs. For those of you that are single, I feel like you will be at the right place at the right time. So listen to your gut, because it's almost like there's a clear knowing of somebody that comes into your energy field here. You may have been behind the scenes for quite some time. Maybe you didn't always put yourself out there for love, or maybe you didn't always listen to your intuition here. But I feel that a lot of you are really empathic and you're very intuitive, and you may be dreaming about somebody as well. Around this month, you may be dreaming of somebody you've never met before, or it could be somebody that is stirring up memories from the past that you know finally what to do once and for all, whether that's start a brand new beginning or end a cycle that's been ongoing. Let's take a look here, Aries, and see what are your hopes and what are your fears. What are your hopes and what are your fears? I just heard lonely. So some of you have maybe a fear of being lonely or being alone. Maybe you've always been in a relationship, or maybe you've been alone for so long you don't even know what you do if a new person were to come in. Yeah, there it is here. This is the card. It can be of deep emotions, even loneliness at times. But the moon card showing up is saying that you don't want to be deceived. You don't want to be confused. You don't want to have hidden truths arise that maybe have arose in the past here. You don't want to find out about things later on after the fact. You want to trust that your intuition is strong and powerful, and that the people you are attracting will be truthful, honest, and loving towards you here. I feel with the moon card, what it is that you really want, your hope is that you can have clarity, and that you're not left out in the cold, because the moon can resemble, again, that loneliness or isolation here. So it certainly does make sense, but know that you are never alone, Aries. Whether spirit is right behind you, which spirit always is, whether you're surrounded more intently by your guides, angels, universe here at this time, or maybe you are surrounding yourself with loved ones or friends, we have the Hierophant showing up. So a lot of you do want to be committed, or you do want to commit fully to yourself here. So the Hierophant showing up twice for you is about deep learning in this lifetime. And you may be saying, oh, I feel like I've learned enough already. But I feel like there is something strong, something powerful, and something very life-changing coming in here for you, Aries, regarding love. Let's take a look and see your final outcome. What is Aries' final outcome in March for the month? For love. Aries, March, love. Okay, Four of Earth. Four of Pentacles energy showing up here. So the Four of Pentacles does talk about working on your emotions. I feel like this is about you letting go of something, letting go of the control. And that's what this abrupt ending is all about. In the past, there was a resistance to some sort of a change. You hung on really tightly. Now, maybe you hung on to a relationship due to maybe financial reasons or material reasons. Maybe you really hung on to a love because maybe you've been in that relationship for 20 some years. Maybe you hung on to your independence here, Aries, for quite some time because you've been in a solo independent energy. But what this is saying here is you're releasing, you are opening yourself up to accepting this change that's coming in here for you because you don't want to keep doing what you've been doing here in the past. There's good motivation coming in here. You do have some heat. I feel like some passion. You're warming your heart again after a time of possibly feeling a little bit hurt, a little bit numb. Four of Earth says you're not hanging on so tightly to, it could even be a reputation. Maybe you were at one point a power couple, or you were known as, those couples that carry names from, both of them, and they join their names. Like, I can't even think of one at this time. Brangelina, Brad and Angelina, right? It's something that everybody looks at you in a certain way. You've already kind of had this label, or you already are in this relationship, and that's what people know you as. I feel like you're getting rid of any ties or any restrictions that hold you back from making the changes necessary, Aries, to move forward to attract the love that you want. So again, you have free will. You can manifest this. You can change this directory here, and you have it coming in with the Judgment card, and that's in your near future, which is really great. The universe is giving you a second chance to do something differently this time around. And if you've been hanging on too tightly to anything, you know what happens when you hang on to things. Think of water being poured in your hands. And when we hang on loosely, not so loose where it drops out, but if we see water being poured in our hands, yeah, if we're too loose, the water is going to go through our fingertips here, or our fingers. But if we hang on too tight, the water is going to spill out. So what the Four of Earth is talking about is just hanging on just enough to something where you're not focus on necessarily the outcome, but you're not focused on the control. You're just letting it flow. And I feel like that is very important for you, especially when it comes to new love or releasing something of the past here. Let's take a look and clarify. Yep. Okay. So there may be a little bit of a soul solitude energy happening for you. This could also be for some of you with the Hermit energy. This is just gaining the wisdom, taking a little bit of time out. For some of you, you may be taking a trip in March. This could be a solo trip, or maybe you are with a partner and you may be taking a trip with them. But I feel like this is you disconnecting from social media. This is you disconnecting from maybe family or friends, because there's a lot of hype coming up here with whatever this page of Earth, whatever this challenge or immature event or person or situation that comes up for you. It's transforming your life, and you may need to just kind of step back and get away from the drama. And that's what I'm sensing here for you. And I feel like you will be moving on a better path here than you've been on for a while. So I do like this energy for you. I feel like you're coming out on the other side of a huge shift, and you will be coming out stronger, Aries. So let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle before we move on. What do we have here from the wisdom of the Oracle for Aries? We have yin energy. We have yin. So this is, again, it can be that feminine energy, receiving maybe help, support, love, but it's also about you opening yourself up to this new energy showing up here. This is about you focusing on self-care, on self-love, and allowing yourself to do the healing, gain the wisdom, and finally stand and step into your power. You have the Emperor showing up here. You have new balance coming into your life. You have a second chance to do this time around. I feel like this is you saying yes to life. This is a big yes, and I feel like you're finally feeling receptive enough to take action, but also let things unfold. This is kind of what we were just talking about with going with the flow. Even though there is action showing up here, and this yin energy is almost, I don't want to say the opposite of action, but let's just take a look here, and I will read to you the relationship message. This talks about the feminine principle here of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, even though I feel like something has already been out of your control. That's the challenge. But I feel like with that happening, with that move kind of being taken out of your hands, you will then be able to take the lead here. So it says the power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. Remember, actions speak louder than words, Aries. You will be pleasantly surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what people show you and what they tell you. And if actions and words don't align, that is something you are being aware of at this time. I feel like you are also allowing a lot more self-love, and you're taking care of yourself a lot more. And that doesn't mean you're going to stay single in the month of March. It just means that you're putting your self-care as a priority. If you are going out on dates, you are making sure that people are worthy of your time, your energy, and effort. And they're really telling me, they're giving me the song RESPCT. I think that maybe is that Aretha Franklin? I'm not sure, but it's RESPCT, respect. So I feel like that's very important. It should be important to anybody in any relationship, but we do know at times respect can get compromised because of ego, because of fear, because of anxiety. But I feel like you are looking for somebody who will respect you, body, mind, and soul. Now let's take a look here. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is what your soul wants you to ask yourself at this time. And remember, we did talk about flexibility here. It says, how can I be more flexible right now? This talks about that yin energy as well, talking about being more flexible, but also setting healthy boundaries at the same time. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but this is about being flexible with your surroundings and not trying to control them. Like we said with the hand analogy, it says, what are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Today's soul action, Aries, is this. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. For those of you yogis out there, even if you are not a yogi, it's about stretching, maybe stretching your hips or getting back into stretching. They're telling me that somebody may have lost touch with moving their body. So if that is you, maybe do a little more movement in the month of March. All right. We're now going to get a few messages from your spirit animals. But first, Aries, I just ask that you close your eyes for a moment and tune into that third eye chakra. Now that is the area between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath in from the solar plexus, the belly area. And I want you to think of the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this can be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it's an animal that swims deep in the sea. Maybe it is an animal that is magical, mystical, domesticated, or wild. Perhaps it is an animal that you've had in the past, or maybe you have currently at home. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, Aries, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway and you don't feel like clicking in the link in the description box and doing all that, all you need to do is post whatever animal you just seen in your mind's eye in the comment box below. And I personally, Aries, will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway. So do make sure you have subscribed as I post the winner around the first of the month right back here on this channel. All right, let's get your messages. We have a couple of really deep ones showing up for you, but it certainly makes sense. We have Wasp Spirit, and it says, sometimes life stings. Absolutely. Sometimes life does sting, okay? But the good thing about the sting is it actually makes you appreciate what comes in the future. It makes you appreciate when you are feeling good. It makes you appreciate when there is respect and there is mutual benefits and gain back and forth here. So whatever this ending is, or whatever you've been in this never-ending cycle that you've been feeling a little caught up in, Aries, you're finally letting something go here, whether again, a person, a thought, a pattern, a cycle. It may be difficult, but it is in your highest good. Next, we have Snake Spirit, time to heal. So there is healing. You do have the star energy showing up here for you. I thought the star came in earlier, but I feel like you are definitely, you're taking care of yourself. You're doing a lot of healing at this time, but I feel you are moving towards a higher growth. You're opening up your heart, and what you've learned, the lesson here is about self-compassion. It's about unconditional love. So whatever you've been going through here, Aries, is actually quite beautiful because it's opening you up to a level of yourself that you haven't felt for quite some time. Next, we have Panther, reclaim your power. This is really beautiful energy because you are a very powerful being here, Aries. And sometimes life does get us down, or sometimes we have things that do sting, but it makes you a better version of yourself. And what it does is it helps your soul evolve emotionally after every I don't want to say every hit you take, but every challenge is a lesson for growth here. So you're reclaiming your power. And with reclaiming your power, you're going to feel good about love in general, whether again, it's self-love or opening your heart up to new love coming in here. I am getting the energy of you feeling that social butterfly, that independence here. Even though we have the Hermit, which says you may take a little bit of a time out, a pause, a lot of people are magnified to you at this time. And lastly here, we have Turtle. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. So even though this is a process here, Phoenix rising from the ashes, I feel like you are finally coming out of a place that was maybe a little challenging for you here, or you just felt like you wanted change and something was taking forever with the slow progress here. But I feel like you're finally coming out on the other side with better motivation than you've had for quite some time. There is a real huge sense in you in the month of March, Aries, that really puts you on that fast track. I don't want to say a fast track, but it puts you on the right path and the right track here to bring more happiness and love into your life. So I like this showing up for you. All right, and last but not least here, Aries, we're going to get a message from the Crystal Spirit Oracle. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks you see up here or any down below in your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right. Lastly, we're going to get your crystal message here. We have Moldavite. Moldavite. This is a really interesting one, especially for those of you that may be interested in aliens or extraterrestrials, because I believe Moldavite is more of a space type of energy here. But let's take a look and see what the message is for you. Now, Moldavite is all about transformation. I love it. And that's the main card that showed up for you in your present energy. So it says here, transformation, rebirth through fire. That's that phoenix rising from the ashes. It's about initiation and opening to new experiences. It's about revitalization and renewal. Your message, Aries, is this. As you transition to a new you, you will become part of a new group of people, for you are having new experiences that differ from those that came before. Old friends will be there for you, but new ones will appear, drawn to your vibration, which resonates with theirs. Although you are being initiated into a new experience, you will not be alone. So leave your fears at the door. Your community will find you, and you will know that you belong as they embrace you as one of their own. You will feel the love as you adjust to your new role, confident in the potential of those you care about coming along with you. Encourage them to believe that they too can let go of the past and transition into something better. Holy moly here, Aries. This is exactly the energy of everything we just talked about here in your reading. So beautiful transformation. Like I said, you're not alone here. Even though that is a fear of yours, you're not walking alone. You have support, and there will be new energies coming in. And that's what we see here with the good motivation. So Moldavite, if that is a crystal that you have, or if it's a stone that you have here, certainly use that energy in the month of March to really implement this change and this transformation that you're going through, because it's an exciting time. So don't let fear or anxiety overrule, but step into your power. Reclaim your power, as the Panther Spirit says here, because you have a lot of really wonderful things showing up for you this year. All right, Aries, that is what I have for your love reading, March 2022. If it does resonate, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, that like button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to comment your power animal in the comment box below for a chance to win a free reading. And lastly, if you haven't already, please do subscribe so you are notified of the weekly readings and the winner announcements. All right, Aries, sending you much love and much light. Till next time.